3 days ago, this salmon was swimming in the waters of Western Scotland. Now it's being prepared for cooking at an Indian restaurant in a Dubai hotel. Over the past few years, the Middle East has become one of the biggest markets for delicacies like this. Scottish salmon imports have grown from virtually nothing to almost $10 million in the past 3 years. And it's just one food that's in hot demand here. As you'd probably expect when your main ingredient's been brought in from so far away, this isn't going to be the cheapest meal you'll find. But as well as the Scottish salmon, the restaurants in this hotel also have Wagyu beef from Australia, crabs from Alaska and scallops from New Zealand, all at the top end of the price list. But it's the sort of prices that this business and its customers are prepared to pay. But restaurants say it's not just about the markup these foods allow them to charge.
Premium products are very important to us because we have to know where our products are coming from. We have to know that we're getting what we're paying for, especially at the moment where there's a lot of question marks being raised around the world, especially in Europe, with regards to what is actually going into one's food. By tying back the source of where we have gained these products from, that reinforces the fact that we know our product, we know what we're serving, and if necessary we can back that up.
Food imports to the GCC are set to double to $53 billion by 2020. And this week thousands of food producers from across the world poured into the Gulf, trying to scoop up more customers. And while there were plenty of the more basic foods on show, makers of luxury products see this as a real opportunity.
With one of the highest disposable incomes in the world, it's not really surprising that international companies, especially within premium brands, are actually turning to this region, especially with the economic crisis that happened in Europe and a lot of people trading down to more mass brands in that part of the world. International manufacturers are looking towards a new potential market, and the GCC definitely spells that out for them.
When your home market's struggling, there's an extra incentive to sell overseas. And for countries like Scotland, that means pushing more than just salmon.
Scottish produce appeals to high-end markets, to niche markets, markets that are looking for good quality produce. And that's exactly the type of produce that is wanted in the Middle East markets. The tourist business here is booming, the hotels are busy, and they're all looking for something to give themselves a little bit of an edge over their competitors.
But it's not just about getting into restaurants. The region's supermarkets are where many luxury products are bought. Sarah's business makes honey with fruit and other ingredients on the family farm in Ireland. They're now selling in Saudi Arabia, Bahrain and Oman, as well as the UAE, and even have interest from Iran. But it's not proved easy.
Getting into the market here is extremely difficult. It would take an awful lot longer than certain markets, say in Europe, and that we will be more used to. And also there's huge requirements in terms of documentation, translation, because it has that perception of having disposable income. There are many different competitors on shelf, and so you can't just charge what you want. You still have to come in competitive. But I have to say, if you have the patience and you're willing to respect that and to do business that way, you will be very happy here.
And if honey with fruit isn't sufficiently high-end for you, how about this? More honey, but this time mixed with truffles and gold. The tens of thousands of people at the food show have seen some pretty lavish things this week. But that's one product which really takes the biscuit.